In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to maintain a healthy gut microbiome. So if you've been dealing with digestive issues for quite some time now and you're not really sure about what direction to go, stay tuned. Hey everyone, my name is Megan Garza and I'm a holistic health coach and certified yoga instructor. I'm also the CEO of Megan Garza Wellness. If you're new here, welcome to my channel where I talk about all things holistic health to help you achieve balanced hormones, glowing skin, and healthy periods with lifestyle and nutrition changes. If you're interested in seeing more videos on topics like this about digestion and hormones, be sure to click that subscribe button because I do release videos every single week, and hit the like button because it really helps my channel grow. So let's dive into this topic of how to maintain a healthy gut microbiome. So the first thing that you would want to do to maintain a healthy gut microbiome is really focusing on all of the digestive system as a whole. So not only your stomach, but also things like your pancreas, your gallbladder, your liver. These are all really important in making sure that your digestive system is functioning properly. So making sure that you are detoxing estrogen properly, you're metabolizing estrogen properly, and detoxing certain toxins that you're exposed to through your liver, and also making sure that your pancreas is producing enough digestive enzymes to help you break down your food better. And also stomach acid is another big one that I see. So if you don't have enough stomach acid, you'll often see things like food in your stool, a lot of gas, bloating, and these are just not things that you want. So making sure that you are focusing on the big picture is really going to get you the results that you want. If you're having low stomach acid, maybe finding out what nutrient deficiencies that you're struggling with, because I can almost guarantee you you're not absorbing the food that you're eating. So taking something like HCl with pepsin, maybe some ox bile to help move any sludgy bile through your gallbladder, help your liver produce more bile, maybe use some castor oil to help things get moving. Those are all really great steps that you can take. Digestive enzymes can also help, or if you don't want to do that, maybe drink some pineapple juice or papaya juice because these are really high in enzymes. Next would be to address anything like small intestinal bacterial overgrowth or SIBO, or any yeast overgrowth like candida. So this goes beyond the scope of this video, but oftentimes a strong herbal antimicrobial can help wipe out a lot of the bad pathogens in your gut, but also replacing them is an important factor in this too. So you don't want to just take like a really strong antimicrobial and think like, okay, well everything's gonna be fine now, because you do want to focus on metabolic health while you're doing that. But sometimes a little bit of extra support with an antimicrobial can be very helpful with these conditions. Sleep is another really big one that is commonly overlooked, and I feel like this is kind of starting to shift because we've been so long in the hustle culture. You have to, go, 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 you can't stop, sleep is for the weak, and that's just a bunch of BS, because sleep is really where your body is regenerating and renewing, and that is so important to make sure that you're getting high quality, deep sleep. So if you are waking up at all hours of the night, you have trouble falling asleep, you wake up really early, these are signs that maybe you have some kind of hormone imbalance, or maybe you have blood sugar issues. And just making sure that you're sleeping is going to improve your digestive health by a long shot, because if you are not sleeping, you're going to be under a lot of stress. And that brings me to my next point of stress itself. So not sleeping and under eating is very stressful to your body, but I'm also talking about like emotional stressors too. So if you are dealing with a lot of emotional problems in your life, or maybe you don't have a lot of downtime, now's the time to really rearrange some things and to schedule that in, because it's really important that you maintain a low amount of stress when you're trying to heal your gut microbiome, because if you're under stress, this is just going to further deplete you, and that is going to continue to throw the good to bad bacteria ratio out of whack. And this is not something that you do for a couple of months and then you say, okay, well, now I'm all better, because as soon as you go back to that super stressful mindset and lifestyle, it's gonna happen all over again. The snowball effect's just gonna get bigger and the gut problems are gonna get worse and worse. So this is really a continuous lifestyle that I'm talking about here. Staying hydrated is another really big one. So I know a lot of people will reach for things like caffeine or some kind of soda to help them make it through the day. And these are diuretics, meaning you need to urinate more when you drink these things. So staying hydrated, drinking lots of water with added mineral drops can be really helpful, or maybe even adding something like fruit juices with your meals to help you get those extra minerals that you potentially might not be getting. So hydration is really important. There's no really set rule about how much you need to drink. I know some people say like you need to drink a gallon a day, but you're just gonna be overhydrating yourself and you're gonna be urinating out all of your minerals and just causing further depletion in your body. So really going off of when do I feel thirsty and what other drinks can I drink that would make my body feel nourished. Avoiding gut damaging drugs would be another really excellent idea, especially antibiotics, because while antibiotics are super useful in times of need, if you are constantly going back to the doctor for things like UTIs or for your acne or whatever the case may be, you are absolutely ruining your gut microbiome, and every time you take them, it gets altered. So by not taking these, you are reducing the amount of damage that is occurring. So if you can avoid taking antibiotics, definitely do it. Avoid antibiotics at all costs unless it's a life-threatening situation. Also, drugs like anti-inflammatories and medication for your stomach acid can also disrupt your gut microbiome, so be very careful with your usage of these as well. Refined sugar is another really big no. This is something that should be off the table. This should not even be a question in your diet. I mean, once in a while, it's okay, but if you are really serious about healing your gut microbiome and restoring your health, definitely get refined sugar off the table. So this includes things like candies and pastries and things like high fructose corn syrup. These are things that you really need to get out of your diet and switch over to more natural forms of sugar like coconut sugar, brown sugar, fruits, and the fruit juices. These are all things that are a lot better for your body, and they're not going to cause all that inflammation and damage. Now, of course, you're going to want to make sure that you're not eating these foods by themselves, because that can cause your blood sugar to spike. So if you are eating these foods, make sure that you're pairing it with a fat and a protein. Loading up on vegetables and starches can also be really helpful. So I know for some people who are suffering from things like candida or SIBO, it can kind of irritate their guts. So this is why it's important to really go slow with this. Add a nice protein like some chicken or red meat, and a healthy fat like butter or beef tallow to help minimize some of these effects that you might get, because especially if you've been low carb for a while and you're trying to add more carbohydrates, you really need to go slow with this. But just finding your tolerance and figuring out what vegetables work for you is going to be the right step. Eating nutrient-dense foods is also going to be very beneficial to your gut microbiome. So loading up on nutrient-dense foods like broth and organ meats, also things like raw milk and muscle meats, high-quality fats, these are all going to be really great for your body to be able to do the healing that it needs to do. Eliminating or reducing your alcohol consumption is also another really great idea if you are looking to improve your gut microbiome, because not only does alcohol increase your estrogen in your body, but it can also really disrupt your ability to detox because of the burden that it puts on the liver, and also it can disrupt the gut microflora. So really eliminating alcohol is the best option, and if that's not something that you're willing to do, use it as an occasional celebratory drink rather than something that you do on every single weekend or every single night. So really be serious about getting rid of that alcohol out of your diet. Fermented foods can also really help with your gut microbiome because they do contain a lot of prebiotics and probiotics, and this is really great for repopulating your gut's good bacteria. Now, I know for some people with like histamine issues, that can be a little bit difficult, so really finding your tolerance. Sometimes you might not be able to tolerate right away, and that's fine. You just have to figure out when is the right time to implement these foods back into your diet. So those are all the tips that I have for you today. As I mentioned, I am a health coach, so if you've been struggling with digestive issues like bloating, gas, constipation, this is something that I work with my clients on, along with other issues like acne and hormonal imbalances. So if you are needing more personalized support and a step-by-step game plan, if you're interested in working with me on that, I do offer free consultations, and I will put the link to that in the description below to sign up for a free consult. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the video next week.